So yeah, Apple is long-term respectively up. As of right now, we are currently in a bearish market because this last market structure, in other words, significant structure is broken. Okay, so remember what I told y'all when you have the significant structure that's broken. Let me get my keyboard. Yeah, so when you have the other significant structure that is broken, we're gonna start looking for cells. Okay, so let's just this significant area, all right, and as y'all can see, it's all significant. Retrace, break the structure upside, the price comes all the way down and breaks this structure. So we are in a bearish market, all right. But this is off the daily time frame, okay. So on the daily time perspective, you can see that we should be looking for sales, all right. So if y'all were in the last webinar, you can see why we are currently selling Apple from 128. From this perspective, for this particular area, which we call breaker block. I'm not sure if I did go over breaker block or not, but basically, it's basically an entry. Okay, you can use the entry based on like enter position and all that kind of stuff, you know. So, but right now, I believe my position came from the 4-hour, and yes, I will go over how we get this positioning. So let me go ahead and erase everything for you. So okay, so we had a retracement. Okay, then this was our last target low. And as y'all can see, we have another break of structure. In other words, we are going back to downside. So what does that mean is that price cannot come back up here. If it does, we are back to the bullish market, or rather Apple's bullish again. So as of right now, Apple's bearish, we're looking to sell. This also hit like a breaker wick. So technically it's mitigated, which I've never explained just yet. I don't think I could explain it either. You don't really need to know it as far as I'm concerned, but this was technically your entry. Okay, so it's what we call an order block. I used to 50% to reduce my risk, have a tighter entry and all that. But this exactly where I'm entry. But let's say you're not using market structure, you're not using institutional trading, and using simple retail. You can easily just find your entries just based off simple retail patterns. Okay, so what do I mean by that is basically you can just take this support resistance zone, or rather this little support, draw it across the map, and you can see that price comes up respectively. 1, 2, breaks through, retests, then it comes back up again and retests this area. So basically, you can just say, okay, I can sell here and then sell to the downside, which your target would definitely be 116. So that's what's going on from 126. So basically, if you were looking to enter Apple or whatever, this should be your target area. Okay. So I mean, of course, there's other methods, but I just like to keep it really simple. So as y'all can see, there could be a breakout, like right there. You know, there could be a little this or that. And then what we can see is we can wait for price to like probably respectively come up to 121.81, then just make its way back down. And then when it does that, it can like try to have a fake out, grab liquidity, shoot right back up. Because long term, Apple is indefinitely a long-term buy. With just typical logic, we know that Apple's not going anywhere. They have individuals and a chain log. So whether a new iPhone comes out, buyback, all that kind of stuff. So fundamentally, we know where that's going to go for the long term. But in terms of option contracts and settling for right now, in terms of day trading and all that kind of stuff, we are currently in the bearish market. For Airbnb, we are currently okay, so as you can see, we're going up, down, right? Technically, we're in a bullish market, but of course, y'all can see the price broke here, so we're bearish, but then price also came up here. However, my issue is that it just left a wick. Okay, so this is what we call a wick. These black little lines are what we call a wick. So in the wicks, when price breaks structure with just a wick, technically, I don't really indicate it as a full break of structure unless a body, and what I mean by body is like a full body candle, basically takes out the whole entire structure. Okay, so if that's not done, then technically there's not a full break of structure. So technically, we're still in a bearish market right now, and our target's probably 162. And as y'all can see, even though we're in a pandemic, blah 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 blah, I should forget the pandemic. Let's just focus on charts. Forget the fundamentals. I don't care about the fundamentals. Let's just focus on this. Right now, we are in a bearish market because of this break of structure. All right. So as y'all can see, we have right there, there was what we leave intent. Okay. So this is what we call intent, meaning there was intention for the market to come back up, but it did not. So in other words, to me, that basically just means that in the future, we could be looking to see the market come back up. We don't know when. It could, it might not. Let me check the 2 days. You know, I highly doubt it's coming to 153, but from what I'm seeing, there's not too much really going on. Like I said, you don't have to always force a markup, okay? Because if you do, and I'm not saying there's not a markup here, but what I'm saying is like, you don't want to force one. But let's see. So in every single time frame, I can see the indication of just an intent. So price never really necessarily cleared, so we are still in a bearish market. But my main issue here is this price target was failed, profit was taken. Or let's say this. Let's put it this way. So in the 1 hour time frame, we can see that this was our significant structure, okay? And then price took out this structure. In other words, like these are the recent lows that price has taken out, because we can see that price clearance up here. So once we saw this taken out, we can say that, oh, we're in a bullish market, whatever. And then price comes down and takes out this low, so take it back in a bearish market. So in other words, the recent low that takes out that previous structure is basically right there. In other words, we see price come back up. So what does that mean to me is that we are now in a bullish market. On the higher time frame, we're not, but from this perspective, we are. And then but the issue here is that this would have been so this is your low target, okay? So this low, because we never really retraced back down, like we never had a full retracement or any of that kind of stuff. So technically, this is your entry. And as you can see, I spoke about order blocks, breaker blocks. This is what we have it as an entry. And this is a valid candle due to a breaker structure, mitigation candle down there. So we have a very valid entry as a Airbnb, okay? So this is for institutional entries. So as you can see, we have a quick rejection. I believe that Airbnb should go back up. And now that I'm actually seeing this setup, because I actually never took a look at it until today, I probably will consider maybe setting out a call, maybe, but we'll see how volume looks. As of right now, I want to see a break of structure to the upside. So, you know, that's too much, that's too high. Let me go to the 10-minute time frame. Go to the 2-minute time frame. I could probably wait for a retest to 169, maybe if not. I'll see how much the contract costs, but I'll probably consider sending it out, you know, but I'm not sure just yet. But as of right now, what we can see, the Airbnb is currently bullish, and this is how I found my buying entry. So now the thing is, this is what we call a point of interest. So technically, since we're not inside the pair right now, we would need to find our actual entry. So a point of interest is basically where price reacts. Okay, so we can see price reacted off our candle. So now we want to find that initial entry, which was going to help us really get into the trade. So, but my main issue is here, I want to see some type of break of structure. But the thing is, waiting for 174 to 181 is that's $6 whole. So I wouldn't want to wait that long. But for y'all, for perspective to y'all, I wouldn't want to wait that long. But me, I'm perfectly fine with waiting that long. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any idea to be rushing. So, but from the lower time frames, I would want to see a break of structure to 177 before I really consider any type of confirmation to the bullish side. Okay, so when I get a full break of entry right there, a break of structure, then I can say, oh, price broke structure. We're gonna come up here. I want to see it come back down to retest maybe either this order block. I mean, whichever looks pretty reasonable at the time. Okay, because go 179 to 170, 69 is kind of a lot as well. But that's just an example. Right now, Airbnb is bullish. But that is our current setup for right now. I would definitely look to buy soon, hopefully, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, let me see if I can go ahead and let's see. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so ACB. It's a weed stock, right? Yeah. So cannabis, weed. I'm pretty sure bullish on higher stock range though. Maybe not. Price is definitely holding out right there. It's not valid. Okay. So retail wise, this is a simple buy. Very simple concept here. It's a simple buy. But the thing is, I can't really see much else in terms of daily time frame. Yes, it does appear bearish. Let me see if there is any other indication for. I don't have any signs for a bullish schematic right now, but I do know that New York just legalized weed, so we can probably see a push up to the upside. Because on the daily time frame, we did have what we call the order block here. Okay, so if I make this a little higher, like right up there, you can see how price activated, but it never necessarily broke this structure to continue back up to the upside. So this would be our intended structure that we want to break, because that's technically what broke that structure again, which is down here. As you can also see liquidity as well. So liquidity was pretty much where the market wants to capture stop losses, because let's say people bought ACB at $10, okay, and then they had a breaker structure, so they set their stop loss at break even at $13. All that kind of stuff. So so basically there's a breaker structure, stop loss at break even, price come back and retest, technically still the trade, and then the market is aware that there's a lot of people who are buying back in or buying here because of that what we call support zone. So when that technically happens, people get stopped out, and that's the goal of the market, to capture money. So that's what technically happens right there. So as you can see, price does that, capture liquidity, comes up here, and then just hits this candle, comes back up. But the thing is, this was the structure that we need to break, which is pretty much $12. It came to what, 11.39. They came back down. So technically, right now we are retesting the entry of the order block, but we can probably see a 50% entry. So which means we can probably see come out to 852 before going back up. But if it does, our new important structure will be 1142. So that will be your target for. So let's say enter the contract around 852 and it costs, I don't know, 90. And then you're going to maybe get out of the money, in the money. Perfect. Honestly, get in the money if you're to do ACB. I believe they're probably be relatively cheap right now. Same thing with S&D. Alpha, I did have an entry on Friday, but my issue was volume wasn't looking too pretty to me. So I didn't want to send out the call. Okay, like I told you, I like to be very cautious. I don't really just send trades out there and all that kind of stuff. So, that's what I'm never gonna do. But for APHA, if things look good on Monday, I will send a call option for that. But if it's not, then of course I'm not gonna send anything. But ACB, if this can get down to 852, have a great reaction off the daily, then I'm probably gonna go back to 4-hour. Try to look for a nice secure entry. As you can also see, that there's probably a lower entry just right down there with that tiny breaker structure. So if you take a look here, we can see there's an entry at 845 as well. Tighter, a little better, more safer, all that kind of stuff. So basically what I'm anticipating is price can shoot up, okay? Price can shoot up because of that New York news, whatever it is. Was it, like I said, I don't read news, so whatever that New York thing said, it can shoot up. come back down, and then makes its way back up. You know what I'm saying? But like you know, DXY is bearish. The market, blah 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 blah. Who knows what the market's really going to do? But from my perspective view, tech will continue to sell. Tesla will continue to sell. Apple and AMD will continue to sell until something new. I mean, for example, Bitcoin is bearish, so I'm sorry, Bitcoin is bullish. So that will mean that what does it mean? That will mean that all those Bitcoin stocks should continue to go the intended direction. But yeah, so that's for ACB. Yeah. So that's a lot of stocks. That's a lot of stocks. That's too many stocks actually. All right. So ALB, don't know if y'all know what that is because I don't either. But what I can definitely tell you is I can see that we have a bullish flag. Okay. Simple concept, just gotta wait for the breakout. When the breakout occurs, you can easily just buy that contract for a call. Okay. So make it really simple. Of course, we have a couple of fake outs here. Make it tight. Simple retail schematic. I'm sorry. Yeah, retail schematic. What we call bullish flag. Boom, boom, boom. And then we can see how price comes up here. We can see price maybe come up to, okay, how about this? If we see price, let me go to the 10-hour. Better, 4-hour. So let's say we see price. I'm trying to see. Because technically the most simple way to say, but you want to wait for the breakout and do you want to wait for a retest. So when price breaks out, you can see how there's a zone right there. Okay. So basically what I'm indicating is I want to see price break out. Okay. Like get out of this little flag area and then come back down to retest something down here. Whether it's a breaker, whether it's a zone, whether it's this, I don't care what it is, but it needs to retest something, either this line, the zone, and then we can take it to the upside to maybe about, is that a gap right there? It's like 171. Definitely out of the money trade. But you want to get a far expiration date for this one. But this would be for what, ALB. Looks bullish as well. It's not necessarily bullish, but we'll call it bullish. I don't care. Market structure looks down, but market structure won't tell you everything. Okay, so when I said that you have to learn how to when I say market structure, it's just to help you see where price will possibly go, but you have to confluence other things to really get you like your correct entries and all that kind of stuff. So, but right now I can see ALB going up for whatever the stock is. Like I said, no idea what it is. I just tend to have a lot of stocks here. AMC. So AMC, I tend to chart on the lower time frame because it tends to move a lot faster than other stocks, right? So as we can see here, we can probably clearly see that I mean, where is the yeah, you should go to every single time until you find something really reasonable. For this concept off the 10-hour time frame, you're gonna see the structure. Okay, little structure, it goes up to the upside, and then it takes out that structure right there. So breakup structure, and then we come back down here, we have a breakup structure to the downside, right? So technically we are bearish for now. But don't let structure confuse you, but we're definitely still bullish because of this intent that occurred up here. So yeah, if I go to the lower time frame, you're gonna see why I say it's bullish. So basically I can see AMC crawling back down to maybe 931. If not, it definitely already hit the inefficiency, which is 50% of this. Actually, this would probably be the inefficiency of this zone, but we'll have to see. What time is it? 12:30. Yeah, so we'll see how this turns out. But as of right now, it did reject off the inefficiency, so either won't come down or it can't. So there is two possible entries here, but I'm still bullish on AMC for the time being until I see something different that occurs. But of course, we are now bullish until price goes under 890, and yeah, so that's that. There are no current entries right now for AMC except for right there, assuming. But I do believe someone in the chat did send a member did send a call, and he said, "I hope y'all took it." I did not look into it, you know. So, but I just did. So he is right indeed. If you did take it, AMD. So I went over this a couple of times already. I'm pretty sure I went over the last webinar, I think. But we are definitely bullish on, I'm sorry, bearish on AMD until we go above 85. Unfortunately, actually, no, 81. 81. So if you go above 81, we will become what we call, no. I'm sorry. So technically, we're not bullish until 87. But on the lower time frames, you can find better market structure. But in terms of the 4-hour perspective, we're not bullish until 84. And remember, I talked about liquidity. The goal of the market is to capture liquidity. So yeah, there's a little support here. Okay. So I do believe that a lot of people will intend to buy AMD if it hits 77 again. But my initial thought is that what's going to happen is that once they hit 77, it's going to break through and come and fill in the gap at 72. I was trying to find a AMD contract, but the thing is, I think I missed it off the daily time frame, which was 2 days, maybe I don't know. Let me check 20-hour. But I didn't enter off the wick. I don't know. What I can tell you is that this was the reason for the bullish up movement. Okay. So as you can see, a wick entry right there, which is why price rose up. And then we are currently free falling. The re-entries as of right now, we could probably see one at 79 because I do remember that someone notified the chat that Tesla was going to release their numbers of models that they're releasing this month or semester, whatever it was, whatever it was. So with that typical knowledge and what I do know of that is that, let's say they're going to release a heavy amount, Tesla will rise, and he's going to say crap like, we're trying to release more chips, blah, 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 that will cause a rise up. But overall, they're not necessarily good fundamental aspects to make it continue to bore on, in terms of my opinion, from what I do know. Not yet fundamental guy either way. So, but what I can tell you is that fundamentally, those are reasonable ideas of why price will rise. But the thing is, I do believe that we only get fixed information. So as an AMD, I do think that it can come up here to maybe 70, 80, but I got to check the lower time to really know for sure. We also have liquidity again, right down there. Let me see what else we got here. But what I will tell you is that if price can break 78.88, I could definitely see you go to 80. You know what I'm saying? But if not, if price breaks structure, I will use this as a technically you could sell now. I'm not necessarily, I wouldn't budge on it. Let me check the volume. No, I think it's gonna go higher. I think AMD will go higher, and then when it does, it'll probably sell around 80 because we do have a valid entry at 79.96, which is also institutional number. So we'll have to wait and see. But AMD's and definitely bearish. I'm bearish on Apple. I'm bearish on AMD. Anything tech related, I am bearish. So anything that's like, I don't know what those tech stocks are out there, but you know, Tesla definitely bearish. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, next one. Next one's gonna be Alpha, right? So as I mentioned, I was supposed to send a call for this, but okay, so here it is. I do believe that this break of structure occurred right there. Then we came back to the bullish market here, and then I said I want to buy at 17.99. I'm trying to see why. No. Let me see if I can find a valid reason here. Let's take a look at 1 hour. No. Okay, so let's see this real quick. Let's see. I'm trying to see where I found the, because something's telling me that's okay, there we go, found it. So initially it was going to enter right there, but then volume was way too strong. So of course we saw they broke all the way through. So I did not send out the call. I didn't mention I was going to, and then eventually I did it. As of right now, volume is picking up. We do still have another break of structure. Price did hold from here, but there was never really another valid entry in terms of saying why price, what do you call it? Has a reason for going up to the upside just yet. So, but volume does look pretty appealing right now, just as of right now. That's for now. But from what I'm seeing, this is the reason it's sold off. Break of structure downside, retest off 18, sold it down to 16.93 in the money trade. When you're using the lower time frames, you also have to use in the money unless you are targeted more than like $4 out. Then you can use out of the money and all that kind of stuff. But $2, $3, try to use in the money if you can afford it. If you can't, then I would just say leave it alone. I mean, you can make small bucks of the platform, of the trade, but I would just say like try to stay away from it for now. But this particular trade, I don't know the typical reasons for the buying as of right now, but I definitely believe that we can see come down to 1650. Like I said, people tend to buy the rumor, whatever they say, buy the rumor, sell the news, but sure it is. So buy the rumor, get a break of structure, come back down to the downside, activate down here to take it up back to like the 22s, or rather 32, all the way up there. So yeah, but my real target is really 22 in terms of contracts. If you are in shares, then just hold it. Weed will get legalized at one point. I don't know when. It doesn't really concern me. If you're in weed, that that will be your surrounding area. So for alpha, we're done with that. ATOS, we are about to go bearish. We're still bullish. The price can hold under 181, but see. I think I'm gonna leave this one alone for now. I can't necessarily see anything worth explaining, but in terms of retail aspect, technically we would sell, but structure is so upsell. I wouldn't look to sell anything. But retail aspect, this is sell, but we are gonna leave this one alone because there's absolutely nothing to really see here, at least from my eyesight and my perspective. You know, all that kind of stuff. But BA, bullish. Yeah, it's bullish, but let me see if I can find. Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, it's bullish because of the fact that on the 4 hour time frame, we had on the 4 hour time, you can kind of see where this was our last point of interest in terms of breakup structure. So as you can see, but the thing is, when you have such a huge gap in structure, is it yeah. And for Victor, for your question, you always want to. The thing is, the thing I tell every single person I teach or every single person I'm speaking to, whichever it is, if you're not looking at every single time frame, you are definitely going to be missing a lot of key points. Okay, so you always want to make sure that you are using every single time frame that you can possibly use. All right. So whether it's the 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 10 minutes, whatever it is, 4 hour, you got to every single, no matter what method you're using, unless you're strictly, even if you're just strictly swing trading, because the thing is, if you look at the daily off BA, you can't necessarily just say, oh, I'm gonna look at the daily. And if you do look at the daily, okay, this is a example. Let's say I took you to, let's say I took you to CBAT maybe, okay? No, let's say I took you to ATOS maybe? No. I'm trying to see something that has barely any type of market structure to the point that it's almost useless to just use the daily. I don't know if I have any in here because I tend to get rid of them if there's no market structure. So this is a perfect example. So if you have FRX, okay, and you're in the daily time frame, and then how are you gonna anticipate buys or sells off this? You won't, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is like looking at this, there is no, we are bearish, first of all. We're bearish on this. I can just see that we're bearish just based on structure, okay? Price goes up, break a structure, comes down, break a structure again. We're currently bearish. That's all we can see off the daily time. But the thing is, if you want to look for entries, or you want to look for specific market structure, you got to go from the daily to like the 4 hour. Okay, so if you go to the 4 hour, you'll see more. You're gonna see more reasonings to say why you want to buy or sell. And of course, you can go to the 20 minute, 5 minute, you know, whichever it is, whichever you want to go to. But yes, you always want to confluence every single time frame if you possibly can. If you can, if you can't, that's fine. But time frames will indeed be your best friend. So you want to make sure that you are using time frames. I would definitely say it's necessary. Yes, absolutely necessary. It's just something you really want to learn how to use. Is to learn how to confluence your time frames and piece it together. It's not something that I wouldn't say something it's easy to do in the beginning because your 4 hour could be bullish, right? And then what is this huge difference? So either way, your 4 hour could be completely different, right? From your 1 hour. So let's say your 4 hour is, for example, the 1 hour is bearish, right? But the 4 hour is actually, I'm gonna take that back. I'm sorry. Currently the 1 hour is bullish. I'm sorry about that. But I do know that if you go to like the 30 minute is bearish, okay, but the 1 hour is bullish. So how do I know? It's basically just simple breaker structure. Breaker structure upside, bullish. This is supposed to hold price. It didn't. Broke structure again. We're bearish. But the thing is, we go to the 2 hour, 1 hour. Technically, we're still bullish until like 213. So now you're gonna start asking yourself, how do we necessarily know whether or not we're bearish or bullish? If you can't figure it out, leave it alone. And I'm not saying that I don't know. I do. It's just from my typical perspective, as someone who's a beginner or who's just not really familiar with who's not really familiar with structure and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Market structure. I would just say that if you cannot identify your price action from the time frames you're trying to use, leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Because you will definitely confuse yourself. And of course, the goal is not to confuse yourself. So yeah, but as of right now, I would say price is probably bullish for now. And but let me tell you this right here. So 1 hour is what? Bullish, right? But the 30 minutes bearish. So now you gotta ask yourself, what kind of method do you use? Let's say we're using my method. Okay, you go to the 1 hour. We can see an order block here. And what I mean by that is that this order block here caused the massive up movement, right? So we have this breaker structure to the upside. Nice, great, awesome, whatever. Cool, breaker structure. And then technically this is a valid candle as well as mitigated off this entry. Mitigation is basically where price already activated another order block in the past. All right, in other words, as you can see, this is the past on this screen. I'm sorry, I don't have two screens, sorry. But this is the past. And then y'all can see the price did. Yeah, y'all can see how price did all this, right? And then while price did all this, you can also see that oh, so this price mitigated off this entry, technically we're bullish, and then price goes to breaker structure, so we're definitely bullish. On the 30 minutes, go to 30 minute real quick. So the thing is, what's going to make price come down here is a breaker structure, right, to the downside. So we have that on the 30 minute. However, on the 1 hour, we're not bearish until 2:31. So when you're bearish on the 30 minute, because of this breaker structure, you can start asking yourself, okay, we're bearish. So yes, it can sell for now. And if it does, that is perfectly okay. And I will understand why it's selling. Is that it's probably selling in order to get to the 238 in order to start buying back up to maybe, whatever it is. And retail aspect, this is what we also call a bullish flag. If not, you can just take out your fib retracement. Fibs are also another great tool that you can use in terms of retail schematic. And as you can see, we are definitely sitting around the 61.8. The 78 is not bad, but if it does hit the 78, I'm going to say the market structure is bearish. But definitely we are bullish as of right now, okay? But price rejected off the 61.8, which is technically where you want to see that kind of rejection. So I might retest the 61. As you can see, that entry is a little bit under the 61.8. The golden zone for me will always be the 50 and the 61. 78 and the 88 are institutional entries, okay? So if you're going to use retail, then I would suggest that you are using 50 and 61. If you're using institutional, you have to use 78 and 88. And I'm not going to go over institutional entries in the fib because I don't really use it that much, but when I do, it's pretty beneficial in terms of order block entries. But for this perspective of what I'm showing you on here, definitely not. But that is something you are gonna have to just reach out to for me and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, BA definitely bullish until you see how you confluence those time frames. Okay, so since we are bearish in the 30 minute, price can definitely maybe come up to this breaker, shoot off, come up to 246, shoot down, and all that kind of stuff. So that is perfect examples of that. Yeah, so BA, we are bullish indefinitely. Price might come back to 242. Do whatever it needs to do, do whatever it needs to do. BAC, for the random stocks, I'm gonna pick it up. Like I said, even though I'm trying to teach and all that, I mean, I can definitely get a general overview in under 1 minute or so, but I'm trying to demonstrate as I go. But we are bullish on this BAC. Okay, so BAC is bullish. Our entry is probably gonna be sitting around 37 before we go take it up to before we take it up to 40. I believe this would be in the money trade. And when I say this, because the interface is a gap down here, right? This is a breaker structure. This is what's going to hold the structure, okay? Yeah, this is definitely what's going to hold structure. It's going to be 36. So I want to see it retest around there. If not, that's fine. We have liquidity sitting there, but I want to see price come down there. If not, you can definitely enter now. But yeah, we got BB. I'm gonna skip BB. Blink. Blink, 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 blink. It's bearish. Is it? Is it bearish? Yeah. Is it bearish right now? Let me see. Yeah, Blink is bearish for now. No. Okay, how do I explain this? So while market structure is nice and all right, I'm gonna say this again. Market structure is the most important thing for me. However, since I know a lot more other since I know a lot more other things, such as white golf, okay, I do see accumulation forming. Okay, so again, that's what we call white golf. I see accumulation. Basically, I would say schematic number. I can't necessarily tell you just yet, but if you say 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe the price needs to come down to 18, which is why I do say what's it called again? Hold on, give me a second. No, not just yet, but it's called I'm sorry, accumulation schematic number one. If this is 3, we're not gonna go any under 24. But if this is 4, I'm sorry, if this is schematic number 1, we are gonna go to at least 23. No. 22, 21, maybe something like that. Because this is our side schematic. Let me just take you back and forth, okay? You have your PS, in other words, means you're playing your support. And then you're selling climax, automatic rally. But my main issue here is that if I don't have a secondary test that breaks automatic rally to show that intent of break construct to the upside, then technically I don't ever really consider it a complete accumulation. So as you can see, we are selling climax, but we never really got that break of structure to this side to show that automatic rally. But yes, it's the automatic rally, don't get me wrong. But now price, coming down. So this could be your first secondary test. This actually it would technically be your first secondary test, but you would just have to look for your next one. So price can come up here, probably retest somewhere, maybe for this inefficiency, come back down to make that secondary test. Because for accumulation to be considered, this low has to be taken, and then there has to be a fake out, okay, which shows with a wick. So yeah. For people who are requesting stocks, we are only on letter B. So if you request something in B, wait till we get to V. If you request something in L, wait till we get to L. We're just going to alphabetical order. So yeah, I'm gonna speed it up, because like I said, it gets repetitive. So a basic A to B, I'm gonna explain it in detail format. But once I get to like C, D, I'm gonna really just pick it up. And once they're gonna get to like F, then I'm gonna need y'all to keep up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So right now I'm still teaching in A and B. C, I'm showing direction, entry. C and D, anything above E, I just need you to keep up and see if you can try to see if you understand it. If not, I will be teaching some little entry down here, but we'll see if you can keep up or not. But yeah. So like I said, secondary test, accumulation, all that kind of stuff, yada yada yada, right? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so not bad, all good. Yeah, all good. That's my fault. No problem. Yeah. So Blink, we are bearish. Blink charging. Oh, matter of fact, this is probably tech, right? So since I'm assuming it has to do with battery or whatever, like I said, I believe all tech are bearish. So yeah. And then blue, I don't know what Bluebird is. Seems something related to, I don't care what it is. But we are still bullish. We're still bullish right now. So the reason I drew this trend line is to show possible rejection, because while we are still bullish, price can come and take this low out because we're relatively close to each other. Okay, so as you can see, you draw the first indication of 2 rejections. So this was stated on the first webinar in week 1. Of course, you also watched first week's webinar, and you understand why I have this trend line there. But what I'm basically indicating is that that first 2 rejections, which you always need 2 rejections or to make it a valid candle, right? So you have the first 2 rejections, and then price comes and retest that area again. So what's going to happen is, since we're still bullish and understand market structure, technically you don't want to buy here in terms of this order block. You do not want to buy. There is no valid reason to why it's not a valid candle whatsoever. Actually, it is in terms of, actually, this is a very valid candle. I'm sorry. Mitigation. Let's give it a trend line. We have mitigation right there. If you can see price get a little lower, I'm sorry, I'm bullish on it. We do have an entry down here. It seems like we may have missed, but let me go ahead. Wick entry, we are maybe barely missed 295. So like I said, your institution numbers will always be your institution will always be 2, 5, 8, and 0. Okay, so that's what we call bank numbers. So they're more likely to hit 2580, sorry, not 6. So with that being said, no, we will not be in charge just yet. But if you want to manually enter, you can. No, you definitely can. Even though it's up a whole dollar, you definitely could. But of course, you have to check the lower time frames. You know, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look too bad. But I am bullish on J Blue. Is this blue or is this blue? Is this blue? Okay. Yeah. I'm bullish there. Alrighty. All right, we're gonna just drop in some retail schematics here. We got a little distribution up here. I can definitely see it. Yeah. 1, 2. Yep. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I don't know if y'all can see it, but I want you to look at this screen really quickly, what we call distribution schematic number 2. Okay, like look at it for like 5 more seconds or so. You know what I'm saying? 5, 4, 3, 2, whatever. I look back here. I don't know if y'all see it. If y'all can, good. If not, it's okay. But like, yeah, y'all should be able to see between this little section. Okay, so if y'all can see that, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, simple. Like, and that's your ST, which never really went higher than that. Yeah. Then you get your last point support right there. Breaking your sell, sign of weakness and so on. It's just keep going down. So I'm still bearish on bingo or buy up beyond whatever this is, you know what I'm saying? And of course, my target will always be the lows. All right. It will always be the lows. So 558, we'll work around that and go from there. So simple distribution schematic, nothing more, nothing less. Forget about market structure. It's simply just distribution, nothing more, nothing less. Like I said, as you get better, you can kind of just see from the 4-hour, 5-hour. Like you're probably gonna be confused how I can just see from there. Like it gets repetitive. All right. So BTB, same concept. Distribution is almost done. Yeah, distribution's almost finished here, but we're still bearish, but just for a little bit more, not for any longer, not for too much longer. Because my thing is, technically, we're back on the bullish schema. I'm sorry, on the bullish market. So as you can see, that break of structure. So one, I won't be surprised if I see price come down to create what we call optimism or whatever it's called. So basically, just where price goes in, price captures, clears. So all that kind of stuff. So price will do all that kind of stuff, and then all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that is our first indication of bigger structure. So if optimism occurs, then we can probably see a fake out and it probably right back up. You know what I'm saying? So distribution, market structure combination with order block entries, but you can see that already activated. Distribution would always complete, whether it's perfect or not. It doesn't have to always complete. My target is always going to be at the end of the sign of weakness. So if my sign of weakness is like, I don't know, like, let me just take it to like the 30-minute or something. Let's say, well, take this as sign of weakness right now. So let's just say I was selling from 18. I'll take my first profits around 15. Then my last profit target will always be like the first initial bullish runs to make the side. All right. So that'll be the side. Yeah. Bitcoin, like I said, Bitcoin bullish. Uh, yeah. I mean, I could do a really quick markup for y'all, but Bitcoin broke structure, came back and broke structure upside again. And you can see we have a wick entry to the upside. Initially, what I had for Bitcoin was okay. So what I initially had for Bitcoin was that I saw this first break of structures outside. It efficiency hit. We had a little selling point right down there, and then price eventually came down here. But my main issue was that long term. I forgot why I said I wanted price to hit, then come back up because it did, and it broke structure twice actually. So I definitely re-entered around 53K. I was not expected to go lower. It did, and that's fine. Better entries, but once it went under 53, I thought it was gonna go to 48. I don't remember why, but we are back on the bullish side, so we are good for now. As y'all can see, there's an entry right there in terms of order block mechanics. But right now, Bitcoin can sell, and it could probably sell down to like 54. But overall, I am bullish with Bitcoin. And my main issue for not thinking Bitcoin is gonna go under 53 is because this whole fundamental aspect where everybody keeps on saying Bitcoin's going to 100K, Bitcoin's going to 100K, this. I'm not saying it won't. I'm just saying that everyone's saying a bunch of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And there are no fundamental, okay, forget about fundamentals. There is no proof that Bitcoin just hit 100K supposedly. You know what I'm saying? Yes, fundamental push such as Tesla or Apple wants to invest in all that kind of stuff, but the reason I would have messed up on saying Bitcoin was not going under 53K was because of the fact that I am mixing up because when you have a strategy, okay, or you have a plan, you want to always focus on that plan, okay? So me listening to you people, I don't mean you, I'm just saying you people who use fundamentals, meaning like y'all, or listening to, I don't know, some random article, saying, okay, Bitcoin's gonna hit 60K tomorrow. And I'll be like, and then I can see going like, let's just say go to 50K. I'm just gonna second guess myself because of the fact that I keep telling you again, fundamentals just did nothing but messes me up. So, but I'm not saying Bitcoin won't go to 100K. I don't understand why. Fundamentally, I do understand why it will go to 100K, but if you really will, just buy Bitcoin. It doesn't really matter where you buy it. You know what I'm saying? Your entry's not really going to matter if it's supposedly really going to hit 100K as everyone says it will. But it's doing really good so far. So it's doing really good. It's just, don't just try to keep on buying Bitcoin out of nowhere just because everyone keeps on saying 100K. I'm not saying that. I mean, because I forgot when I was speaking to this Bitcoin guy, supposed to hit 60K, then really struggled with getting back up. And you can see it definitely hit 61 March 13th. And ever since then, it's just been a huge consolidation, which between the zones. So, but I really want to see come above this area. If not, I want to see it come above this area, at least 58. And if it doesn't, then I'm a little wavy about it. But there's still reason why Bitcoin can go lower, a little lower than my typical anticipation. But right now, I'm definitely still bullish on Bitcoin. And as you can see, of course, there's a valid entry right down there close to why Bitcoin did. Because look, actually, I'm not really going to go over here. Is the first entry. We used the wick. It had a break of structure. Okay, so that 4-hour candle took that massive up run. Okay, even though there are some pullbacks here and there, yada yada. Maybe if I take it to the 9-hour, 10-hour, you're going to see perfect entries right there. You can use the wick, you can use the body, or you can even use the 50. Okay, so if I use the 50 of that entry, this is the reasoning why Bitcoin came back down to 50 exact. Okay, 50 of the entry, perfect entry, same old concept. Huge momentum push it upside. Maybe if I go to the 15, same thing, entry right there. Maybe just a little bit drawdown, maybe take it to the 20-minute. If I see something, might not. The daily, no, there's nothing. Okay, but maybe if you take it to 22-hour, I don't know. I have a lot of time frames, all that kind of stuff. So like I said, that's the reasoning for like the reason why Bitcoin went down. Like I said, always just have your own reason why you do things. I have a reason why I only use charts and I don't listen to articles. As you can see why I'm literally telling you right now. So I'm not telling you to just use charts. I'm just saying I would really suggest that y'all don't really listen to everything you see online, because I just believe it's all noise, unnecessary noise, bunch of lies, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, anything under the 15 hours seems to always be the same. So you can see 15 hours order block candle, 13-hour order block candle, 14-hour order block candle. It's all same rejection. Okay, so yeah, same concept again and again and again. I'm not sure about the 10-hour. Yeah, same concept. So every single reason caused that break of structure upside. All right. So price came down here. I did not look this far down. Technically, that's a fault at me. I'm aware. This is also a valid entry. If not, we had another entry down there, but we got to see which one takes that break of structure upside, which is basically going to be 57. So this bullish momentum between today and tomorrow. Today's Saturday, right? Let's say Sunday, Monday instead. We can probably see. Let me take this watch off. We can probably see. What time is it? 1:06. Okay. We can probably see price maybe come back down and retest 55. All right. But I am indefinitely bullish on Bitcoin. And the reason for 50 was because of this entry right there. So yeah. So that's Bitcoin. We're gonna go CBOT. All right. So now we are done with B's. I am going to this time. I wanted to do something on the C. I think it's LOU. Lulu. Okay, we'll check a little bit. So now that we are in CBOT, we're in C's. I'm sorry. So I will pick up the we are bearish. There's no current entry right now, but we're definitely bearish. You can use retail schematics such as this. So if you put this across the map, you could technically sell now. That's about it that I have for CBOT. Nothing too much. Like I said, keep it simple. It's really simple. That's all I got for CBOT. You definitely want to set between here and there. CBOT's not a really huge pair, so you won't lose too much money if you technically sell now. Your target would be under 405. So in the money trade, take your targets there. Go from there. Yeah. Simple concept. Nothing too simple. CCIV. We are definitely still holding our bullish market because of the break of structure upside. I am saying order block candle. Yes, ma'am. I'm order block candle. Yes, ma'am. I'll have this recorded. I might go ahead and I might probably send it to the chat. I don't know. I think I'll send this out. I'm gonna show watch it. I have it recorded. But yeah. So we are still bullish. No, we're bearish. I'm sorry, we're bearish. What is it? CBOT. Um. Uh. I'm just gonna say bullish. I'm gonna leave it out. I'm gonna leave it out. I mean, I see something. I'm not sure about it, so I'm just gonna leave it out. But what I see is that we're bullish. Price entry has been hit, so technically we will look to buy. There's an intent, but I'll leave it. I'll just leave it alone for now. Is it CCIV? Yeah, I'll buy. Let me check something real quick. Yeah. That'll buy. If you have shares, or if you want to buy shares, wait, is CCIB tech? What is CCIB? Oh, it's tech. Okay. Then my initial projection was right. The thing that's throwing me off right now is there's an order block, I think on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, it's this one that's throwing me off. But I do feel very bearish on this. It's just the volume is diminished, all that. Like it has every reason to technically buy, but I don't know. It says it's a SPAC. Yeah, okay, so sold my share to CCIB this week. It's a SPAC that's combined with Lucid Motors. Has the combination with Lucid Motors already occurred? Like, has it already happened? Because if it has, from what I'm definitely aware of, is that after they tend to combine, they tend to sell off, which I think if they did combine, then I see why it's sold off. But other than that, I have no idea why. I think it's still bearish for now. Because like I said, I'm bearish in all tech stocks. So I can't say for sure. Because if this does come back up here and break structure, whatever then, you know. 1 hour. We do have a breakout right here. Definitely, most definitely, we have a nice little breakout sitting right there. Even if you want to do this, I mean, you can, but definitely, this is pharma, isn't it? Medication and all that. This is a really good setup. Yeah. Let's screenshot this real quick. Most definitely, I would actually look into setting this trade up. Most definitely. Let me see if I can just go ahead and get this sent into my notes. CLN. I have some research it, but I'm definitely very bullish on this and what I'm seeing. Let me see if I can find where is the chart. Where is that chart? Where is that chart? Cash capital. Cash capital. Cash capital. Where is the cash capital chart? Okay, wherever this chat is, I'm just send it over here. Let me just put it. Let me just send it over. Let me send it right down there real quick, just so I can save it there. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so CCIB. I'm sorry, CLN. We are bullish. I would definitely look to buy this breakout. Most definitely. Most definitely. It looks pretty nice. Looks solid setup. We did have our first breakout, and I definitely like this setup. And of course, our target will be the next high, which is 55. Yeah, I like it. And then let's say if it doesn't hit 55, it can probably hit a little lower. So if we see price, it can probably hit under 55. Okay. So sometimes you want to add in your trend lines to see what's really going on there. So COTY. We're bullish. We had our first breakout that occurred down there. As you can see, this is where our first breakout definitely occurred. And yeah, whatever that is. And then just we had the what we call that raising wedge, which is why the breakout occurred. And then now we just have like a kind of simple retest, like price retest action, and we might want to see price come down right there and take it back to 950. Right up there. Crap. Like right up there. So Simple markup, nothing too crazy. Look right there. Yeah. Um, CRPV. So Cron is also bearish as well for whatever reason. What is Cron? Okay, Cron is bearish. Same concept as this, whatever this was. Same setup until Cron is weed or BTC. Because Josh said it shows BTC, then Madison says it's weed. So I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know myself. Like I don't look into these stocks, you know what I'm saying? So, but if 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 this follows BTC, what I will say is technically Bitcoin is still bearish until it breaks 57. So if this follows BTC, then it makes sense why Cron is bearish as of right now. If it follows weed, then I see why it's also bearish because I'm still bearish on weed stocks until okay, so it's weed. So yeah, definitely we can see price come back up here and retest this area around 1024, then sell off and break structure again. Because even though New York legalized weed, I'm not fully bullish on weed just yet. Yeah. And so according to yeah, we are currently being shorted on Cron. So and definitely I am bearish on Cron. Yeah. Thank y'all for that, by the way. Head and shoulders, I'm not even looking at any of that kind of stuff, but I do see it now. And thank you for mentioning that. Technically you gotta sell all the way to $7, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what I have for Cron. I'm definitely bearish on it though. CRSR. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, test. Spring distribution is finished. No solid breakup structure just yet. So gaming, huh? Breakup structure upside. No. Wait, why am I bearish on weed? Did you not see what that man said? Not because of what Joe Biden said, but remember he was trying to punish whatever he said about he was trying to punish senators or whatever position they hold in the White House for using weed, even though they're using legal states. Like personally, I don't think Joe Biden is really trying to legalize weed anytime this year. But the thing is, since almost every state is starting to try to legalize weed, it doesn't necessarily mean it's like legal in America, right? Until they really declare it as fully legal. So, but I don't know how many states out there have legal weed. I know New York, Nevada, California, Colorado. That's 4 stuff on the top of my head. I don't know who else. I only know 4 states out of 50. So if it's technically only 4, you still got 50 states to worry about. So I'm still bearish on weed for the time being until I see some significant structure that's really broken that makes me go, oh, I'm bullish on weed. Like back then, I don't remember why, I don't know why weed was running. I don't care why I was running up so high, but structure was telling me it was going to run up higher, and it did. But then it broke significant structure to the downside. The thing is, Tesla, I don't think I told you about this, but I sold all my Tesla shares at 870. I got sold every single Tesla share at 870. When I get to Tesla, I'll show you why. I'll show you why. And I'll explain why I did. What else we got here? But CSR, I breakup structure right there, but 10-year current bullish on this side, but breakup structure again. I'm gonna say bullish for now, just for now. But I would have to look more into it. But I'm gonna leave it alone for now. But for what I can definitely say is that CRSR is technically definitely looking a little bullish for the time being. And maybe if you go to the 40 minutes or so, yeah, we can kind of see a little. Does this order block causes that break of structure? So yeah, so D dog. I'm bearish on it, by the way. I'm just trying to find a reason how I can explain to y'all. But I'm bearish on it. Um uh test. Let me see if I take a look at QA. Yeah. Again, same concept. Bullish rise up. This is the first sense of whatever you call it. I'm not gonna say D dog is gonna go. Hmm. You see, I know about this stock, so I don't know if it can go to 75 or not, but it's very bearish right now, extremely bearish, very bearish. So what I'm gonna say is, while it's bearish, if I want to complete the schematic, which we call distribution schematic, starting from the 1, 2, 3, okay. So just look at those top areas. Okay, so if you look at this like highlighter area, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna give you like 5 seconds to take a look at this chart. Then I'm gonna take it to the other picture. Then you'll see what I'm probably talking about. So like 5 more seconds. And as you can see, same thing here, except we never really had that last point of support. I mean, we did. No, well, we did like just up here. That's our little run we had. But I mean, if I take it to the 4 hour, probably still a little last point of support jump, like maybe like one right there, a little bit more right there. But yeah, that's what we had for that. But D dog, I'm bearish. I don't have an entry for it right now because it may or may not go there. We'll see though. DHI. Nothing for that one. DKNG. So I said this a while back, a long time ago, when it hit 71. And just so you know, like I told you, it becomes really repetitive. And I hope y'all can see why I'm highlighting this area. Like I really do hope y'all see why I highlighted this area, which we do have another distributed schematic. So as you can see here, we have distribution. All right. So with the distribution occurring, you can also see that we are going to be continuing selling off for DKNG. I'm not sure if anyone notified a buyer or not. If you did, that is fine. We can see price rising from like 64 to like maybe 65. $2 increase, not bad. Great money for intraday, but I am bearish on DK DraftKings. I'm sorry, definitely bearish on that one. Yeah. So eBay, when eBay was last called sometime, and I think Kelly's the who called eBay due to due to whatever earnings report or whatever, it finally came back down to 88. And then initially I was going for 61, so technically I was $3 off. This was my initial projection, like down there. So so yeah, but eBay is bullish for sure with the nice entry off the 58. Yeah, most definitely bullish. I just need to stop bigger structure. But since we had such a major runoff, I'll probably wait for a retest somewhere because price can retest and create liquidity. As you can see, if you just add a retail formation of resistance, you'll see a price may retest and come back down and probably like feel something down there. I'm not charting that up. LLU, so ABC, ABC. Okay. Bearish, by the way, just bearish on I, whatever that is. Ford is looking a little. Okay, Ford is back on the bullish run. Yeah, Ford is back on a bullish run, so we'll see how that one continues to go. No entries right now, but it's bullish. FCL, I'm bearish. Yeah, I'm bearish on this. I'm just simply bearish. FedEx, bullish. Accumulation, great accumulation, matter of fact. Like I said, I think it's schematic number 1. Yeah, perfectly. We had a little test. Well, maybe that's a test. Maybe it's a test. Who really knows? But if you kind of just draw this out, you kind of see how you can get a little. So we had a little test here. Boom, boom. So yeah. Little spring test, last point support. I don't know if we got our sign of weakness somewhere here. So this is probably what we call reaccumulation. So if you go to the lower time frame, maybe like the 40-minute, you're gonna see this was the creek. This was definitely the creek, or is this the creek? I hardly take a look at reaccumulation, but it's a shakeout. I'm sorry, that's a shakeout. The creek is probably up here. I don't remember. But I don't really use reaccumulation like that. But when you get the sign of strength, when you get the sign of strength, I'm sorry, base looks like that, or it can look like this. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Something can literally just be. It can literally just be it can be like this, or it can be like. But you just want to see where there's a sign of strength. So basically, sign of strength shows no indication of a bearish market. So if I go ahead and raise all this for you right now, you can kind of see how there is no indication of bearish market here. So you can see just the last significant structure right there. Boom, boom. So right now we never ever broke structure once. So if you take this whole chunk, technically that's your whole entire sign of weakness, but it's really up here. It's really decent little area that you should really focus on. And then of course, again, it's right there and right here as well. So those are your 2 areas that you really want to focus on in terms of reaccumulation and sign of weakness. So of course, 285 could be our next target, or it can go all the way to 300. You know, FedEx is gonna be FedEx. Lots of packages shipping out. Um, you know, I don't know if they're I don't know who they're shipping the vaccines with, all that kind of stuff. Let's just have, instead of using FedEx, then yeah, you know, um, yeah, simple retail. Like I said, we got the this. You want to wait for that breakout retest, which is kind of technically doing right now, but too much volume there. Broke it again, too much volume again. So you're gonna want to see a breakout, then bunch of candles. If you see just a lot of candles just flowing down, you don't want to enter just yet. Um, let me see where this is in terms of retail. So as you can see, directly up to 168. You know what I'm saying? So um we can probably see and wait for, well, I mean, it's retested to 58 again. I'm sorry, to 50. So, and as you can see, you kind of add just a zone right there. So if you want to take that gamble or that educated hypothetical guess and buy here, and then fire eye, you could, um, you know, hypothetically speaking. Let's see what we got here. This one's sitting in the 61, so you can buy right now. Market structure is still up. We're still bullish. Of course, you got to find your entry in the lower time frame, but I'm bullish on FinViv. What is this one? 5. Finvolution, whatever this is, and then this one is bearish on it. I am definitely bearish on this one. So no source of indication in terms of retracements here, but what I can tell you is that we don't want price to let's see. I'm gonna leave this one alone. FRX, we did technically go over this. I did say it was bearish. Fubo, Jesus Lord. Fubo's tech, right? Or TV's tech as well. Yeah, so I did initially have this going to like 60, 70 at first, but then, like I said, I forgot most tech moves. Well, I didn't even know this yet until we started marketing it. But most tech moves together. So I am bearish on Fubo. Anything tech is going to be bearish. So if we come, is GE? What is GE? Tech. GE is tech, right? General Electric is tech, or is that the car? Is that a car, or is that, I don't know what it is. But yeah, if GE is GE's tech, but it's been tremendously bullish for whatever reason. Oh really? Okay. Yeah. Like I said, fundamentally, I don't look at these stocks. I literally just chart it, get my entry, and profit. You know what I'm saying? But GE bullish. Thank you for that clarification, by the way. So GE's bullish. It definitely found its new entry at 12. I'll try to take it at 14. GM, General Motors. I am bullish on this as well, unless it breaks 50. And of course, if I go to like the 1 hour time frame, we are definitely technically still. We're bearish on 1 hour time frame, but I can't see where or what I would sell to in order to get that entry for a bullish market. So GM, I don't have a necessary entry that I would specifically go with. So I would leave that one out for now. Wait, who is GM or GE? GM or GE? Okay, GM. Okay. Okay, if they are, you know what? If they are, I'm bearish on GM. I'm bearish on GM. Why? It's because this indication there is no strong breaker stress to the upside. It's struggling to go back up. So yeah, I'm definitely bearish on GM as well. And the fact they are having chip shortages as well, that is definitely an indication for me. It's moving along with a little bit of tech, I guess. But yeah, let's see here. Esport entertainment. Let's see what we got for esport entertainment. I guess there's not too much here. So let me see if I can see. But let's say you come 1, 2. What are you doing there? So why do you want to enter right now? Because I mean, me personally, I don't see a reason to even enter right now. I see a reason to sell, but I don't see a reason to buy. I mean, different eyes. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying like I don't see a reason to buy right now for Brandon, since you said you are looking to enter right now, which I don't necessarily understand why. Because I mean, I see distribution on this smaller current price action, but I could not see why I would. Like I said, if you want to enter, go ahead. It's just that it's just a pool of liquidity sitting there, you know. But if it kind of stretches across, then that's the only reason I'll say buy. But other than that, you know. But yeah, while he's waiting on that response, Jimmy, I'm not gonna worry about that one. Gnog is I'm gonna go with okay, I would say bullish, but volume needs to get lower. So if I can see Gnog get above 1442, then I'll look for a retest area to enter. I mean, there's nothing wrong with entering now, but I need volume to slow down. So once volume slows down, then I would consider entering G Pro. G Pro's bearish for now. GT. Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's finally coming through. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. We got the first break and a retest. I'll look to buy. Break of structured upside. No significant signs of bearish weakness. I will look to buy HCMC. Same thing I got here. You know, nothing new. So HCMC is technically still bullish. So as long as we don't get a near $8 or under 8, we're fine. All this selling volume is significantly decreasing. You know, I am paying attention to the lawsuit because I do have a lot of shares in this. So this is the only thing I'm paying attention to fundamentally. So I should keep up a lot with this HMC. Yeah. So LLU ABC DHG HIJK HIH. I'll do I must protect to I. Ooh. Bearish. Heck so. Bearish. If you did the homework, you know why we're bearish. Yeah, XO is bearish. I mean, you can see we completed our mini accumulation. It was not perfect, so that took off. Break of short to the downside. But if you did your homework, you understand why we are bearish here. So we are still bearish on XO, you know, whatever we call it. INTC. I think we went over this already. I showed the entry from a long time ago. I'm going to ignore this one. Let me go ahead and add in IMAX real quickly. Oh, sorry, no, we don't need that. I would wait a little bit. I think it can push down a little more, just a little more. And I like to see it fill this gap in and maybe clear to 78.61, another worth to 1907. And then it can go from there because it's kind of just about this structure because we're still bearish technically. So I'll see some price action off here to come into the bottom, break a structure upside. But I'm kind of still bearish on, you know, all that. Yeah. Where are we? Don't know what this is. Don't know why I sold off, but we're bearish. Let's break a structure, but I do think it's going to buy back up to make structure in the market. J Blue, Airways. All right. Break of structure back to the upside. Okay, we're sort of bullish for now. So our question is, where's our entry? Since we're bullish up here, we got intent. We probably could come down, retest this area off the breaker. we're looking good. You know, we're not looking too bad right now. It's not bad. It's not bad. You know, it's a little same venture. You know, it's not too bad. So we can retest there. We can retest 18, go right back up. You know, maybe not. So yeah, just for J Blue. We are going to A B C D E F G H I J K J K L. So I will do. So yeah, I will do the but yeah, for that part, try JPM. Okay, we're bullish, but I see going to 157 for now, but I don't know what's gonna happen after that. I mean, I gotta look a little bit longer, but I can see going to 157. So we are finally out. Lazar is bullish until different. We're not gonna go Lulu for someone, whoever Lululemon. So someone requested Dave $314. For what? First price clearance. Give me a second. I don't know. I mean, I'm bullish on it, but um, I will leave it out for now. But it's bullish for now. That's all I can say. Unless it rejects off 316. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever. A B C D E F G H I J K L M. Almost done at least. Well, I'm almost done. LM. LNT is bullish. Mara, right? Just gonna follow Bitcoin. So technically you're bullish right now on Mara. MJ is a weak stock. So I do think it's gonna go a little bit lower, maybe. Not too sure just yet. But it definitely looks bearish. No sign of potential strength of buying. MRK. Bullish for sure. After that breaker shot to the downside, we are definitely bullish. No sign of weakness. NAKD. We got our first sign of breaker shot to the upside. Let's check the 1 hour. Yeah, the first and everything. I mean, technically, it's up there. If you really bring it to the highlighters. So technically, we're not bullish until we break this structure, but it's our first kind of rejection. So, I don't know, but we'll see. I like that a little bit better. So I think that we can say that I think volume will be tested around here, but for right now, we appear a little bit bullish. Neo, I'm bearish, and DRA, I'm bearish. Nicola, I'm bearish, and NDM. What is this? What if this is I'm bearish? Nokia, I'm bearish for sure for now. Well, whatever. NVDA. $5.13. I'm bullish for the time being. I'm bullish for the time being until. No, I'm sorry. I'm bearish. I'm not bullish. I'm not bullish on this at all. I'm talking about long-term perspective. I mean, first about current price action, I'm pretty sure we're bullish right now, but long-term perspective, I'm bearish. So we'll see how that goes. As you can see, small rejection on the upside. OBSV, I'm not gonna actually look at that one. PCTI. OB is bearish, by the way, which I believe it is. This is bearish as well. PDD is gonna be bearish for now, so I think it's how about this? PDD is gonna be whatever it's gonna be. Because right now I'm not gonna say that it's. I'll probably load up on shares here. Fun where perfect liquidity at $3. Gotta find an entry somewhere down here. So which means we're bearish for the time being until we see something else different. Yeah, I'm definitely bearish on fun. TLCR. Bearish. No. No. PLTR bearish. Plug is definitely bearish. Yeah, for sure. PSE. So what we got here. Need reaccumulation. Let's take a look at it. We can go to the 8-minute time frame. I can see a nice shakeout. We're getting a creek rise. Let's see. Yeah, I see that little. Okay. Yeah. PSEC. For this particular matter, where price currently is, I would say bullish. Yeah, I would definitely say bullish for now. Piton. Bearish. PayPal is gonna follow Bitcoin, so I'm bullish on PayPal. I mean, well, like I said, technically Bitcoin is still bearish long-term wise until it breaks 57. All right. So which means that if we see price sell off, it's understandable because I don't know if this I think on like maybe the 4 hour, there's probably a water block up here. I don't remember which caused a break of structure. So if price does sell off again and go up to 51, I won't be surprised. You know, QCOM, where this is qual. Bearish. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, 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 no. So we have distribution. Okay, completed. We're buying back up. Question is, what's the reason for the buys? We go to the 4 minute time frame. We'll probably get a little buyback information. So we have some accumulation. Probably to the 10 minute time frame. Probably gets a little bit better. Spring test. Nothing too significant, but I would say this is significant structure, which price did not hold just yet, but we're gonna see. QELL. We are currently bearish, right is bearish, right is bullish until shown differently. Well, technically, right is actually bearish right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any significant reason why I would buy right for any other reason. Actually, I wouldn't, yeah. But it follows Bitcoin, so do whatever, huh? But my chart showed me bear. Because like I said, Bitcoin is still bearish for right now until shown differently. All right, yes, I got my first schematics to where Bitcoin was definitely back to the bull run, but overall long-term perspective, and what time frame is this? In the 6 hour, we don't have any significance to why Bitcoin is bullish. Okay, but in lower time frames, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, I'm definitely bullish on Bitcoin. But right, bearish. Mara looks bullish, you know what I'm saying? They don't move exactly the same. Roku is tech, but I mean it's a TV provider. But bearish, Suns, bearish. Well, let's see that here. Liquidity full, breaker structure, bearish, snapshot. I think Snap's gonna go to 50. Oh, it already did. Bearish. SMBO is it's a weak stock, yes I know, but I like what I see here. But I'm bullish on this stock. In terms of what I'm seeing in this little formation of 4 hour, I'm bullish here. Whoa. Yeah, I'm bullish here for now. Oh. Bullish. There's Bitcoin stock. Nice. Let's screenshot this. Yeah, so I'm going to be I mean, yes, we are bearish on SOS, it's shown differently. But I mean, of course, we're bearish, yes, but I have my reason why I'm saying bullish, you know. But I believe a lot of y'all don't really. Square follows Bitcoin price, hit the order block, sold off. So right there, we are definitely bearish in the time being, just like Bitcoin. Like I said, anything Bitcoin related all tend to be but anyways, I'm bullish on WS, what this is, TAK, bullish. So we're still bullish until shown differently. So we are forming some pretty nice schematics here. Nothing too heavy, but I like what I see. Definitely like what I see. Tilray, huh? I don't know if this is tech or something. I don't know what this is, but I like what I see here. Most definitely. If the option contracts are, if the calls are cheap, then I might go ahead and consider it. But we'll see. Looks good. Looks good. I like it. Trip. I'm still in this thing, but this is cannabis. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay. How about this? I'm still bullish on Tilray, but there is room for it to sell some more. Okay. But I'm definitely still bullish on this particular stock. Trip, I'm still in, but my contract expires 2021. So, I'm sorry, 2022. So, whatever goes on with that, let it be. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, whatever I'm doing there. But TRMB price is holding up. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Yeah. For Madison's question, Tilray and S&D are just bullish, even though I'm over. Okay, look, just because I say tech is bearish doesn't mean every single tech stock will indeed be bearish. Okay. So for example, let's say Monday, Tesla could buy $100 and then Apple and AMD can sell. Or like they don't all just because it's all reason it's all gonna buy or it's all gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? Market structure will tell me one or another, but you know what I'm saying? But like for example, Riot one day can just go up what $5 and Mark can move up $1, or one day Mark can kind of just sell a little bit while Riot's buying back up. You know what I'm saying? It's not all gonna. They're not twins. You know what I'm saying? So or triplets or whatever you want to call them, but like you only use the word cannabis as a confluence. Okay. So if I say cannabis is bearish, but market structure's up, just stay away from it, for right now until you can buy back lower. Or because you never know what can happen. It can just buy back. You could do in the money contract, have it in the money contract, do a day trade, or hold for a day or 2 or 3 days, get out, and it will start selling up again. But as of right now, market structure is indeed bullish for Tilray and SNDL, as composed to every other one being bearish. So yeah, I mean like Cron, Alpha, like all that kind of stuff. So yeah. But let's get TRX. Okay, so Tesla. So I went over this with someone actually when I did a one-on-one, and I explained to him every single reason why I saw that. I think it was 870, right? So the reason I saw it was because at the time being, I never looked at news whatsoever. So basically, I was staying strict to my game plan. In other words, meaning like if I told myself I was going to look at charts, not look at news, that's what I did. And so I sold, and it was like, right? I mean, sure, I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, it hit what, 539 or whatever? Is that 519, 539, or 5, whatever it is. So I mean, I wasn't wrong to sell up there, but my thing is like I had my reason to why I sold it there. Okay. So I saw the first break because Tesla never really breaks structure to the downside. Okay. So after seeing that, I'm like, this is the first sign of weakness. Okay. This is our first sign of weakness. So now the question is, where do I get rid of my positions to start waiting for a sell off for Tesla? And as you can see, we are looking at the 4-hour. I mean, if I was to raise everything here, because I remember I told you I was to sell Tesla at 720, and which or 7, whatever. For sure, it was see this blue marker is. That's where I told you I could buy option contract for the sales. I'm still letting myself. So I do expect this to continue to go lower. But I sold my contracts up here. So as you can see, this is initially where I first saw my contract, because this candle, this order block broke structure to the downside, which is very uncommon with Tesla for when I back test or look back in time. So if you just zoom out and do this, you're gonna see it's very uncommon that Tesla ever breaks structure. So right there, right there, right there, right there, price is always just holding on. And like it hardly ever broke structure. It's always showing you buying strength or sign of strength, never sign of weakness. And I got the very first one right there. I was like, and then I got another one and another one, another one. I was like, yo, like I'm right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got rid of all my shares. And where am I anticipating for it to go? For something. That's what I hope, For something is my bet. That's what I'm anticipating. So yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. TSM bearish, TTC up, bullish until shown differently. TTM bearish, TXG blah. Bearish. UPS is bullish. Gee, yeah, so pretty. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, just nice and pretty. Yeah. Let me kind of just add a little, rectangle here or something. Just get a little shake up. But first entry, selling liquidity, sold off again. All right, entry, another entry down there. I believe we'll buy it back in. But yeah, if you have those June contracts, 172 is our target. I mean, once it crosses like 176, we'll be in the money. So you just keep on holding to those contracts if you are in those contracts, which compared to people who are in this call, which I already know who you all are. But yeah, UPS is bullish. I'm sorry. UMC skip, Visa bullish. I think I was looking at the 20-minute maybe. I'm sorry. Or the 1 hour. Yeah, here we go. So first sign of break instructor, sign of strength. We got it over there. So we are definitely bullish on this. Veil. What is veil? I can't say much for this right now. W Day is bullish. WFC, Wells Fargo, huh? Bullish for the time being. Workhorse is bearish for me still. XLE is bullish. XPEV is bearish. Zoom, whatever this is, Zoom video, bearish for now. Sigma, bearish and definitely for now. Zom, it's technically bullish right now, but looking at volume, I guess we can buy in around 140 something. I don't know, but it looks bullish. HPQ, STI, I'm not gonna go over that one. I don't really look at penny stocks like that. Let me go back to, Visa's bullish, by the way, and Vail, I did not, I don't have any current analysis for Vail, but it appears bearish for the time being. Volume is picking up, so I don't really know, but I can't tell you exactly, but Visa's bullish now. Visa's are definitely bullish for me. Yeah, Zom is whatever. HPQ, whichever that one is looking bear. Okay, that's definitely bullish. ZMTE is bearish. Home Teapot is bullish, as mentioned last time. WDC is bearish until shown differently. XNT is bearish until shown differently, just as Bitcoin. E-bond, I don't know what that is, but we are technically bearish for the time being. But technically we're bullish now. We're bearish. Let me see. Let's do the PCR. Yeah, we are bullish for the time being. Maybe this little thing might show an indication. There's not really a dead on, so just kind of whatever. Uber, we were bullish on Uber. VST, we are I don't know. GCAT is bearish, by the way. Baba is bearish as well. Let's see, Jesus Lord, he took it. Okay. Let me go ahead and catch something really quickly. let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Let's move this here. Move this over here. Yeah, so I'm just copying something real quickly. This is let's click this G. Yeah, so that's bearish. AAO is bearish for the time being, probably on the 1 hour. I'm pretty sure if you go to lower time for bullish for the actually this American Airlines. Okay, no, I'm sorry, we're bullish. I'm bullish on American Airlines or anything flight related. I am bullish. So yeah, so anything very American Airlines, we are bullish. So yeah, just like he is technically copying it down for us. I like this guy. Definitely like this one. Yeah, so MRKR, we are bullish for the time being. Genus, we are bullish for the time being. IMAX, as mentioned before, we are looking bearish. Lulu, I can't necessarily say just yet, but we are currently looking bullish for the time being. And we just went through every single stock. So how long did that take? Woo, took too long. That's what I'll tell you. Took too long. I was definitely expecting to go a little faster than that, but yeah. Let me see. So questions. That's what I'm hearing. Questions. No, I got no question. I'm locking up in 5 minutes or so. But let me put this watch back on real quick. But yeah, Vic took a recap for us. So if you check the chat, you can see every. I'm sorry, guys. The risks recap. I will post a chart teacher post showing you the recap. Which if he wasn't here, I would have never done that. So thanks to him, thankfully, he got that done for us. So that is there. So I will post this in the chart teacher place. Yeah. So while that's being done, I'm kind of gonna tiny recap and kind of just copy paste this real quick, copy, and then you're going to see me. You're gonna see it. Let me go and click that. But yeah, any questions for anyone? Any single person, just feel free to ask. Let's see, where's chart teacher plays? Come on, so right there. Chart investors. Let's see, that's good. Let's go through. Copy. Let me click edit. Actually, let me delete message real quick. Let me delete that. But yeah, any other questions? Because if not, then we can get it racking up. Lots of something else to do. Enjoy your Saturdays. I will. I think I'll post a webinar. I think so. I'm not really sure. It's not really I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll probably post have the webinar posted for y'all and the chart teacher players. Or rather, if you're on call and you would like to have this saved, then you can just DM me and I'll send it to you. Just in case I don't, send it out or so on. But yeah, let me put this keyword in here. Y'all make sure you have a great Saturday. I will see y'all on Monday or talk to y'all on Monday. That's up to do. So yeah, thank you. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a good one. Goodbye. All right. All right, click end. Let me click stop recording though. All right, stop.